Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This reading is going to be for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign Tauruses. You guys are last, but certainly not least for these December monthly readings. I'm doing a 9-card grid using the Cosmic Tarot. As always, if the reading resonates, obviously I've already shuffled, laid the cards out, right? As always, if the reading resonates, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to donate to support this channel, that's also super appreciated. 'Tis the season of giving. So Taurus, let's jump into your reading. The very first card out. Okay, actually, first, let me start off by saying during the pre-shuffle, right, and this has been kind of a prominent energy I've been picking up on in a lot of the signs. And in fact, this 10 of Swords that's here reversed and this Tower that's here reversed, it's just sort of throwing me back into some of the past readings, like some of the readings I've already done for some of the other signs for this month. So I don't remember exactly which ones, but if you like sort of just scroll through the channel, you can see, because I'm not using title cards, so you can see the cards that were there for each reading. So if you are interested in going to look at those readings in case there's overlap, perhaps it reflects, you know, one of the other signs that you have in your chart or someone that you are connecting with, do that. Because again, I'm picking up on some similar kinds of energies that I've already seen in some of the other readings. Okay, so the first card out is your energy, of course, the 3 of Pentacles here. For a lot of you, like just off the bat with this top row of cards, I feel like there might sort of be either a change that has happened in terms of your work, like sort of like a new role or position, or just sort of like some sort of added kind of responsibility, something you're working to integrate. Or for others of you, well, I really should say and or, right? Because it could be both. Nothing in life happens in a vacuum. It could be talking about sort of changes that are happening around the home, perhaps like uniting assets with someone, or, you know, doing some sort of like renovation kind of work. Some of you, of course, you know, you may have moved relatively recently, or you have plans to in the near term future, something sort of along those lines. I just see sort of like a partnering or a collaboration here with this 3 of Pentacles. And I'm also sort of getting an energy about sort of a change in financial circumstances, whether that's you or someone that you are attached to. I feel like someone, especially if you noticed the card that came up at the bottom of the deck was the 7 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so for some of you, that could be talking about some sort of, you know, monetary loss. Again, it's sort of a change in job status, but now it's like, you know, maybe if you lost your job, or, you know, your responsibilities were cut back, it's like, again, now something new has come forward. My dog just snuck right past me and got underneath the table where I try to not have him be. Hold on. Zeus, get out of there. Get out. Oh my gosh. He's a bulldog. He's so stubborn. Move. Come on. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so moving into the next card, you have the Death card, right, which can be Scorpio energy. You actually have a few, well, 2 cards, and then I saw, no, I'm sorry, 3 cards out here that for me can represent Scorpio. The Death card, the Tower card coming up here at the bottom, and the Prince of Cups also coming up here at the bottom. Often, I think I get Scorpio off of that card, though it could be another water energy. So again, really indicative of sort of being in this place of, you know, a significant change or transformation energy, right? And I feel like things have sort of already started changing, but I feel like there are more sort of changes coming down the pipeline, okay? And again, could be related to work, could be related more so to your personal life and like your home environment. The next card that you have, I'm like, oh man, I had it set up. There we go. Okay. The next card you have is the 6 of Cups, right? I'm just getting this sort of very, kind of like a little bit of a nostalgic energy, which again has sort of been a more collective energy, meaning like not just Taurus, but like more of the general energies that we're all sort of dealing with, the energy in the air, so to speak. A very sort of, yeah, nostalgic kind of feeling, kind of hearkening back to the past. So it may be sort of like past memories, emotions kind of coming up. You know, maybe you're sort of like feeling things or even seeing things like sort of in like almost seeing like kind of like a daydream, if not like happening in your sleeping state, okay? The other thing is it could be someone that you are connecting with who is someone from your past, right? So someone you've known from before in this lifetime, or even a past life connection coming out here, right? And you do have quite a bit of water energy coming across. You have a varied energies, right? But you notice here again that you have 3 water cards, perhaps 4 if you count the Tower, right? With the 6 of Cups, 9 of Cups, Prince of Cups, okay? So could be dealing with a water sign, or that may be sort of the energy in your chart, okay? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. 10 of Swords coming up next, reverse. So again, another sort of indicator to me that there's sort of a period of your life, a cycle, a lesson, a relationship, a situation that's coming to a close, okay? And I'm feeling like I'm just sensing like a lot of air energy around this. So whether it's actually an air sign, a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, like related to them, air and fire, I'm feeling, okay? So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and what is it? Wow, that's crazy that I just like forgot for just a second. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So could be either one of those, or someone again who has sort of both of those energies prominently in their chart. But I just feel this energy of like sort of, you know, kind of like been there, done that. Like I feel like almost like, you know, like you have like, if it's like a, you know, say you're like juicing, right? It's like you've squeezed all of the juice out of the fruit, right? You have to toss it now, right? So again, this sort of like changing of the guard kind of energy, moving into a new sort of, again, stage or cycle of your life, which again, a lot of signs have been getting that type of energy in their readings. And it makes sense, right? Closing out a year, going into a new year. We're in eclipse season, right? Which for me, this eclipse season, I've just been picking up on like, you know, sort of sometimes even like very subtle shifts in just sort of like the way people are sort of thinking about things, communicating even, right? There's just a lot of, it feels very perceptible and sort of, again, that air energy kind of way, like the mind space, the thought space. And I feel like for a lot of people, it's actually related to like past life lessons and karma that they may be closing out. So again, it may not be, you might just sort of like feel different, but you don't really have a good way of sort of, or you don't really know why, right? And I feel like that could be part of why, okay? So the next card, King of Wands, right smack in the heart of your reading. Again, air energy. Why do I keep forgetting the air signs? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So again, could be someone that you are dealing with, okay? I'm getting this energy of like, whether it's you or whether it's someone that you are connected with, it's like someone who's feels like very sort of in charge, kind of like taking control, going after what it is, who or whatever it is that they want, really sort of working on themselves and their grounding, which is helping to sort of propel them forward. And again, it's sort of another collective kind of energy I've been picking up on. The next card you have, love this card coming out, 9 of Cups, right? It's the wish fulfillment card. So make a wish. I always say that when I see this card, and I always follow it up with be careful what you wish for, right? Make sure that it's something that's really truly aligned with your highest self and your highest good, okay? And again, you could be connecting with a water energy, or you could have water energy in your chart, or this is just talking about, you know, sort of really paying attention to your heart space and what are your heart's truest desires, right? Where do your passions lie? The next card you have is the Prince of Cups, okay? So again, I pick up on Scorpio energy off of this card. You may be dealing with a Scorpio. You may have Scorpio energy in your chart, or again, Scorpio is the sign. It's the death card, right? It's the sign of transformation. So this sort of sense of, you know, an old way, an old cycle falling away, old sort of ways of beings, getting rid of old things, even like physically purging, and this new sort of newness coming about, okay? Whether it's like, again, a new connection, new work, new sort of ways of being, feeling, thinking, that type of stuff. I am getting this slight energy of like, the only way I can really explain it, and I wish we had like sort of a typical representation of the Wheel of Fortune, because that's a really good representation. So those of you who are familiar with tarot will know exactly what I'm talking about. But basically, in a lot of depictions of the Wheel of Fortune, right, you see like someone sort of being bumped out and like two people who are on top of the wheel. And I'm getting a little bit of that energy, like that there's someone who's kind of on the outside or on the outskirts, kind of like looking in. Again, feels like it could be related to sort of like a past kind of connection, or again, it feels definitely related to this kind of 10 of Swords, because the energy that I'm seeing is like someone sort of watching someone moving away with someone else, or moving towards someone or something else, okay? And they're just sort of like watching, almost kind of like a pillar of salt. I don't usually, it's really weird because Prince of Cups is like Page of Cups, Knight of Cups kind of energy. But in this deck, I have to say, I really don't like this Prince of Cups when I see it. It's just a thing. So I have to always go with what I see and what I feel. The next card you have is the Tower, right? It's almost like, let's say that sort of example applies or resonates. It's like this person, okay, and it doesn't have to be a romantic connection, right? It could, again, be in the context of work, or, even a friendship or a family dynamic. It's like this person watching you, or watching this situation change. It feels like that's like the Tower moment, almost like for them, and it's almost like they see it coming, right? Almost like the writing's on the wall. But here it is, right? And with the 10 of Swords and the Tower both reversed, and also the 7 of Pentacles, okay? Because sometimes for me, the 7 of Pentacles can be like a metaphorical kind of like divorce card, whether it actually is like, a true sort of like legal process and separation of assets, which it very well may be, especially with the Justice card here, or it could just be, like a situation like sort of on that level, right, where there was like a lot of history built up. And again, could be work related, more so work related for some of you, could be more so in a personal respect. But I just feel like there's someone who's like trying to avoid this like happening at all costs. But again, it's almost like you're this is a really bad example, and don't ask me where this came up from in my mind, but I just saw it. But it's almost like if you've ever been driving, okay, and there's like a like road check, right, like a checkpoint in the road, and it's like by the time that you see it, like there's nowhere to turn off, there's no exits. It's like you have no choice but to go forward, right? And it's like you could back up, but obviously that would sort of like raise red flags, or whatever. I'm getting too deep into this metaphor now, but I think you know what I mean. It's almost like it's happening, right? And so it's like there really isn't anything that this person or that anything sort of external can stop this forward movement from happening. And your final card is the Justice card, right? So it's like whatever these sort of changes are that are coming in, I feel like they're bringing sort of a deeper sense of balance, right? You see the yin yang symbol there. You see the Justice scales are balanced. Justice, of course, Libra. So you could be dealing with a Libra or have Libra in your chart. Or again, for some of you, this may have to deal with a sort of legal situation. And again, that sort of balance coming through this image with the balancing of the sun and the moon, okay? I am also picking up on, which I've mentioned also in a few of the readings, like something about, again, we're in eclipse season. So we had an eclipse on the 30th, and we have another one coming up on the 14th. The 30th was in the sign of Gemini. It was a full moon lunar eclipse. On the 14th, I believe it's a solar eclipse, but don't quote me on that. Okay, I'm not an astrologer. I could definitely be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's in the sign of Sagittarius, and I'm pretty sure that the new moon falls on the same day. So again, lots of sort of energy in the air right now, if you will. And if you just sort of like, if you're tapped into sort of like spiritual social media circles, you can kind of tell, right? Just based off of sort of what things people are saying, what they're posting, what they're picking up on, etc. Okay. So again, we talked about the 7 of Pentacles a little bit earlier, but coming up there at the bottom of the deck, again, it feels to me like it's informing and sort of attached to this past situation, this past cycle, with the 10 of Swords and the Tower reverse that's trying to close out. And the Prince of Swords here, right? So I do feel like, the Prince of Swords, right, again, could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or this could be you sort of thinking about, sort of thinking like really logically, practically, again, to that Justice card in a very sort of balanced kind of way about the next step. And I'm also getting, like, not to sound harsh, but I am getting this kind of like cutting off kind of energy. So again, whether it's purging, whether it's just kind of like pulling your energy back, right? And just sort of like, you know, giving more of your energy to yourself and your home and whatever sort of, again, new things you may be sort of trying to foster and nurture here. For others of you as well, I do see like almost as if like kind of like going back to school or studying. I'm seeing like some type of information or knowledge that maybe comes from a book, okay, or like some sort of something that you see. So again, for some of you, it could be more of like spiritual, you know, guidance or advice that sort of comes through visual meditation or a daydream or a regular dream, and you sort of like journal it down. Maybe it's a thought that comes up while you're journaling, or again, it's like while you're like reading something or researching something along those lines. So just pay attention to that as well. Let's get your numerology card and then we'll close out the reading, Taurus. Ooh, look at that. Spirituality and love both coming up. The numbers 6 and 77. Remember that you had that 6 of Cups coming up there, okay? I just saw music, so some of you may really connect with music right now, or, you know, someone that you're connected with may be involved with music or really connecting with music right now. That was fast. Ooh, number 6, love. This came up for, I believe, Capricorn. So fellow earth sign. I'm going to read for this card and then we'll close out the reading. So number 6, love. This card indicates a need to see the world through the eyes of love and to remember at all times that only love is real. When you look beyond the illusion to see the beauty in the world, you align yourself with source and the intentions of your soul. Because you attract what you are when you see through the eyes of love. That is what I'm laughing because I do this every time, and I laughed and I said this in the Capricorn video, but this next phrase always like tongue ties me. I don't know why. So let me try that again. Because you attract what you are when you see through the eyes of love, that's what will surround you in all areas of your life. I wonder if that's like not written correctly, which is maybe why I don't know. Anyway, moving on. This card also indicates a need to go within to recognize and address any limiting thoughts and beliefs that are holding you back from experiencing love. This is a time when you must ask yourself, am I truly open to giving and receiving love? Do I truly believe that I am worthy? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that, y'all. I swear, I thought I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. This is the 3rd video that's gone interrupted today. Shoot, where was I? Okay, this is a time when you must ask yourself, am I truly open to giving and receiving love? Do I truly believe I am worthy of love? And do I really believe that love exists for me? Because love only comes when you believe that it exists, when you're open to giving and receiving it, and when you know that you are worthy. The affirmation here says, I see through the eyes of love and attract more love into my life. So, Taurus, that's been your December 2020 monthly reading. Again, if the reading resonated, consider liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing if you're not already. Thank you to all subscribers. Thank you to everyone who donates. Consider a donation if you can as well. I really appreciate donations of any and all amounts. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so through my website or reach out to me on social media. All of the links and details are listed down below. For the mid-month readings, I'll be doing year ahead card spread. So I actually did 2 for y'all last year. Maybe that's why you're last now, right? So everything balances out, right? But yeah, I did 2 for y'all last year because I did one in December and then didn't record for a while. And then I did all the rest in January. So I did a second one for y'all when I did the rest in January. So there's a playlist. You can go back and check that out. Again, you have 2 year ahead card spreads. Honestly, I haven't watched them in a while. I'll probably have to go back and look at them myself, and just see what sort of resonates. I do have Taurus in my chart. So, okay. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next reading. Take care, Taurus. Bye.